Welcome to Love at First Sight. Kelvin and I are just a couple that met online on Facebook dating specifically. We found love and we just want to spread that love and positivity down your timeline. So we want to highlight other couples that potentially met online. Also, possibly play matchmaker with some singles. If you're a single and the dating scene is just kind of just not so hot right now, come up here and we could talk about it, you know, give you a safe place to vent and maybe just discuss your issues. So yeah, all our full videos will be uploaded on YouTube. So you can check out our YouTube, Love at First Sight, SITE, and just, you know, watch the replay from there. So let's get into it. So Shannon, how did you and Mr. Kevin meet?
We met online on Hinge. I swiped, was it right?
It was left.
Left.
You swiped left. You told me so many times.
10 times.
No, that's exaggerating. For real?
No, for real. It was the soccer picture. I'm sorry.
There was a picture that my dad recommended that I put on my profile. So I had a lot of headshots in there, but he was like, you should have one action picture.
He was like, this picture's gonna get you bitches. Oh, can we curse?
Yeah. I mean, lightly. It's gonna be kids watching too, but
okay, I'll keep it light.
But it was me playing club adult league soccer.
Okay.
Full extension, and she had been traumatized by former athletes.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna date another athlete that couldn't let go of a dream. Like, it just wasn't happening for me. So.
And I had put that picture in there to be like, look at me, I'm active. I don't just sit around and do it, you know, work. Right.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that. Hey, so I'm not that familiar with Hinge. So is it different from Tinder where as soon as you swipe left on someone, you can see them again?
Yeah, so Hinge has changed a lot. So right when we were on it, it started this like rose situation where you can like purchase to see like your highest people because they were trying to make money. But from normally it would just come up in the algorithm repeatedly sometimes because I had very specific parameters, like you got to be above 6 feet. I don't care. You have to be above 6 feet. And if you say you're 6 feet on the app, you're lying. You're really 5'11" and you're not 6 feet. So really,
Shannon was not playing.
I really started my parameters at like 6'2".
Did you bring a ruler? Did you bring a ruler to the first date?
No.
They need to.
Okay.
I'm tall enough that
he's 6'4". We won.
Hooray! Hooray!
Apparently, I had been under measuring myself for a while.
Yeah.
I told her at the date I was 6'3.5", not on purpose. I had like a deception tool, but just like, last time I got measured, it was 6'3.5".
It was like 1 year in. I was like, his sister like compares like guys' heights to him and her other brother. So like, and her other brother's like 6'1". And so she was like,
family.
Blessed, because I am 5'2".
So we actually literally took out the measuring tape not too long ago, and it's like, I'm 6'4.25".
Love it. Take the whole quarter.
Give me all the height.
My sister was like, there were so many dudes who were like, I told them, no, you can't be 6 foot because I know how tall my brother is, and you were like the difference between you and him, you under 6 foot, and now she's like, well.
Hey man, height matters. I mean, you kind of see that all through the timeline, like girls saying that, like it's a real deal breaker.
It is.
I don't know. I don't know.
Look, men will cut you off for not having a big butt and big boobs. So you know what? I like my height.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna argue with you on that. Everybody has preferences.
I can't argue that.
But that's a good point. I guess segue into that, like Kevin, like now that Shannon told you that she was clearly denying you, how did that make you feel? Like, well, you just, I don't know when she finally told you that, because you can't tell on the app, right? You just have your picture out there. No. You swipe right on her, and how does that make you feel knowing that?
Oh, I found it hilarious. I was like, well, we started up on a date, so.
It was the smile. It was the smile that got me. So
yes, I can see it. Both handsome man, beautiful girl. Okay, it works out. You guys look a very beautiful couple. Seriously.
thank you.
No, I'm glad Hinge worked in your favor because yeah, a lot of other apps aren't like that. Like as soon as I swipe, I've never seen that person again. I swipe left, that's it.
I think it's because I swiped right on her, and so because you can set very like tight parameters on Hinge,
right?
So, like my big thing was I'm not messing with anybody whose politics were like moderate or like more right. I was like, I know what that means. I have been before I got with my beautiful black girlfriend.
Oh God,
I had been like
dating
some white
around.
women.
Hey, look, speaking true.
Because I was in the middle of nowhere, Ohio. There's not a lot of this is over in West Virginia.
And look, Kevin, college is your time to experiment. Okay, that is totally fine. We are glad that you are back on our side. Hey guys, we're just tuning in. Can you guys still hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. You look down. I was like, wait, did the sound go down? Okay. Good deal. I guess. Yeah. So what place were both of you in your life? Like, were you looking for love at the time that you found each other, or was it just kind of like happenstance? Like, Shannon, if you want to answer to that first, like, were you looking for love during that time?
I wasn't exactly looking for love, but I was open to it. So like, if love came towards me, then I would be like, okay, with accepting and receiving it. Not so much looking. I was in the streets. I was having a good time. Okay, Atlanta is a good time if you are single and black and pretty. So it's a good time here. So I was having fun dating a little bit. Because I've always been a serial monogamist. So dating and being outside a little bit in these streets was a little bit fun. But here we are. So it didn't last long.
The love bug bit you.
Always. I'm a Cancer, so I'm a sap. So I want love. I want a hug. I want to kiss. I want to cuddle. I want to cry. I want to do all that. So
same. What about you, Kevin? Where were you in life? What place were you in? Did you graduate? You graduated already, right? So did you?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was actually actively looking for love. I was working on a job I may not have really liked, and I had a. Why are you looking at me?
I didn't know this. I'm learning.
Anyone who knows me knows that I'm the kind of person who I'm looking to find my person.
Fair.
And as soon as I found my person, I'm done. This is what I'm looking for. And so I was in a place in my career. I had a job. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I had my plans. And I knew exactly what I wanted to do with my life. So I was at that point very open to finding my partner to be with.
Right. Oh, I love that. And I honestly, I feel like that makes a difference, right? Like when you're open to love and not just on the app, just let me see what these girls look like so I can waste their time, like.
Oh, I was wasting time. So I'm not even going to pretend like I wasn't wasting time. I was wasting time. Just being honest.
No. Okay, I guess, did you feel as though, you wouldn't have your hopes I don't know, but you wouldn't have your hopes up?
Yeah, I think you have to. I think
you
have to manage.
You went in like that?
Yeah, I definitely think you have to manage your expectations a little bit. So I was having fun wasting time until someone made my time a priority. So yeah,
I like that. I like that perspective. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, we're that was a good answer. Okay. So you said you weren't looking for love, so you were having fun and dating. Like, what was dating like prior to meeting each other? Like, what were the streets talking about? Like, I know pre-interview, me and Shannon talked about there was some scammers out here. There was you don't have to go into detail, but there was some.
No, I will say it.
People.
I went on a date with a scammer before I went out with him. He said on the app that he was an entrepreneur, and usually that's a nix for me. Because no offense, it screams 4X, and I'm just not for it. And so, I'm sorry, am I allowed? I'm sorry.
No, it's
so, I decided that I was just gonna have a good time, and so I went out with this guy to dinner, and he was like blowing my phone up, and then we got to dinner, and I was like, "Oh, what do you do for a living? What's your business? You're an entrepreneur, right?" He goes, "Oh, I'm a scammer." First of all, thank you for the honesty. You know, at least you didn't lie to me. But second of all, who are you scamming, and what are you scamming? And he's scamming grandma. Like, he's like doing the Nigerian prince scam, like fall in love with me. Yeah, I can't someone who be with someone who's scamming, you know, grandma and grandpa. That's just so problematic. So
I mean, but he was an entrepreneur, so there was some truth to it.
He got a hustle. So, but
I ain't gonna knock that man hustle.
He got it out the mud.
Hello. To each his own.
Oh my God.
I'd rather not go to jail. Yeah.
So how did that end? I mean, that was the first and last date? Like, did you say,
Yeah,
let bygones be bygones?
No, I asked for the check.
Did he pay? Did he pay?
No, I paid. I paid for my food and walked out. I'm good. The food was $20. I wasn't like wasting my time. He ordered, and it was good that I paid because he ordered an appetizer, a drink, a soup, a salad, like the whole shebang. So
we're about to get
scammed. Lord. And so my man pat himself down, talking about, I forgot my wallet. You ain't gonna get me.
He's gonna walk to the car real quick.
Right, and zoom out. Leave me with $100 check. Right, he ordered 3 drinks. Sorry.
No, yeah. So wait, did he tell you he was a scammer after he ordered everything, and you like assessing the table, like, wait, 1, 2, 3?
Yes, and you know when you like start running down the bill when after someone tells you something problematic, you're like, I ordered this, nothing else.
Like when you go out with them brunch girls, let's just split, everybody. Girl, bye. I'm about to split out of here. I had the water. The water. That's it. Okay. Well, that was very interesting. What about you, Kevin? Any scammer girls, or what was going on? How was dating prior to meeting Shannon?
So, before I met Shannon, I actually had been living in Florida,
in
the Tampa area. So it was bad. It was, oh man, don't date in Florida. Don't date in Florida. My brother was going through that the same time recently. Like, Florida was bad. It was a lot of like, oh, this is just not a good vibe. We do not match up. You know, I'm trying to text with girls, and I was like, oh, what do you do for fun? Do you watch movies? No. Television shows? No TV. You read books? I don't read books.
Do you know what a book is?
Music? Do you like music? No, I don't really listen to it. It was like, yeah, this is not going to work out.
What's going on in Florida?
I found that hard to believe. I mean, you're right there in Tampa. You're near the ocean. You know, I would think you meet some like kind of carefree people to be around.
Yeah, it was, but no, because like I said, I was looking for something. So there wasn't really anything that was meeting that criteria. Nothing serious. So, you know, just in these streets.
Right. And I guess Shannon was speaking to her criteria, the above 6 feet. Okay. First and foremost. Like, not looking beneath you, like below.
Look, you gotta be this tall to get through the door. Okay.
Okay.
So,
we ride this ride.
We just both can't be jumping on the counter trying to reach stuff at the top. It just can't work. I mean, and
right. There are things you just can't reach.
Yeah, and I'm a Caribbean woman, so I will big boy you if you are too short. I'm scared. What's hard?
No, I understand. Like, Kevin, did you have a list, or did you have any requirements? You were kind of speaking to that. What were your requirements, I guess? I mean, if you could name like 2 or 3, like this girl had to be what?
Me.
Well,
me.
Beautiful was a criteria.
Oh, you're cute.
But also I was really interested in just being able to have like intellectual conversations and talk about stuff. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a bit of a nerd, and I just love being able to share, knowledge with people, or have someone who can teach me things. I love learning, so it was really the big thing, and that's really also why I was having so many issues with Florida, where it was like nothing to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, my little time in Florida. I'm originally from Florida and like moved around a lot when I was little, but I did go back there for some time, and it was hard for me to even find friends for that reason, just because I don't know, all the girls, it was just either they were there because their grandparents were there, they were visiting, or it was just, I don't know, I kind of feel you. I feel you on that Florida tip. It's just some parts are just, I don't know, kind of hard to connect with people there. But I guess, I don't know, based off what you guys were looking for, what was different about each other? Like, what about Shannon just popped out like, whoa, I've never seen this before in a girl? And what about Kevin?
Y'all don't know. We got beef with this question.
Why?
Like,
We do not have beef with this question.
We have beef with this question. Every day, I harass him and be like, what do you love about me? And every day, it's nothing. It's silent. He just starts breaking.
That is never the question. It's not what do you love about me. It is,
why do you love me?
And I always try and tell you it's because I can't imagine living without you. And you're like, that's not enough.
It's not.
You said that last time.
It's not.
It's like, look, I'm going to need you, like, with all that reading you do, I'm going to need you to go read some poets.
Yes.
Get some romanticism.
I need him outside, in the rain, in leather, on bended knee, straight 90s style. Okay?
With a jukebox.
If you
jukebox, just hold up.
No, because if you let me sing, we have no problem.
No,
it has to be. You know I can sing. Don't do that.
Come on, give us 10 seconds.
No. That's fair. No, I can't. Just private concerts.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll FaceTime after this, and you can sing for us. In the rain, Stacy in the comments say in the rain.
Yes, please.
Old school love, yes. Okay. So what was different about Kevin? What was different about Kevin, Shannon?
Honestly, it was the first date I was on that, like, we closed down the restaurant, if I'm being honest. Like, we got there, around 7? We didn't leave till, we didn't leave till, 11. So it was just really, really good. I felt like it was someone I could learn from, and it was the first time I was in a relationship where I felt like I was able to be the student and not the teacher. And which means that I was able to sit back, relax, and kind of learn from someone. I didn't realize how much learning I was going to be doing.
You're gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn today for sure. But it definitely was a very refreshing, easy, especially working in politics. I always feel like people are pumping me for information. And this was the first time where I felt like someone was genuinely interested in knowing the process and what I do and everything. And it wasn't like, what's the inside scoop?
Yeah.
Is Pelosi gonna retire? I just didn't want someone to be pumping me for questions. So it was just very refreshing. It was so easy, which kind of dictates our entire relationship. Even when we fight easy. Everything's just easy.
An easy love. I mean, I think that's what everybody's looking for. I don't think it should be something that's hard. And I mean, for the longest time, I could speak to previous relationships. I always thought it was something I had to fight for or earn or prove. And it's never that. I think, just with Kelvin, it's just something that just comes so natural, and you could show up as yourself, and that person just loves you just for you, not for your career, not for what you do, not what you could bring to the table. I love that. I love that you've got to experience that. And I mean, I think everyone is entitled to experience that in this lifetime. So thank you for sharing that. Kelvin, you wanna ask the next question?
How soon did you meet after matching on the app?
Maybe a month? 1 month?
Yeah.
Maybe a bit.
Yeah, we did a virtual date. I'm
Whoa.
I'm immunocompromised. I have very severe asthma, and so like COVID was just terrifying for me.
And what's the timeline, if you don't mind, the timeline you guys met?
Before the vaccine, so January 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
First online date or virtual date. So he like set up this like Google Play kind of with
so it was a Netflix like movie room thing, so you could watch a movie together at the same time in separate places.
So sweet.
Malcolm and Marie. Don't watch it. I mean, watch it. It was good, but like
Malcolm and Marie.
It was it was like a terrible couple movie, but like I like Zendaya. Where's Zendaya stand over here?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was.
It was toxic.
It was like it was a little trigger.
You watched the movie?
And I'd stayed awake too.
He always goes to sleep. He be like, it be the opening credits. I'm like, what movie you watch?
Yeah, so it was like, it really touched me that he was willing to like understand my health restrictions at this time. And then in March, it kind of got a little bit lighter. So we were willing to be like late at night, and like later in the day when it was going to be less populated. And then he took me someplace I haven't been, which was Korean barbecue. And now we go there almost every other month.
Oh my God.
You act like it's not good.
It is
not a good
It is
time.
so good.
And it doesn't have good memories.
It does.
It's the one where you cook, right? Like you cook and okay, wait, let's get to that. So
this restaurant they cook it for you.
You met January 2021. You went on a when was the virtual date? I'm sorry, I'm kind of confused.
The virtual date was in January. So like maybe December we matched.
Yeah.
We matched in December. Remember, because you said something about the reverend.
Oh yeah, I was working on the campaign at the time, Senator Reverend Warnock's campaign, and so my time was extremely limited. By the way, go vote. If you're in Georgia.
Yes, please.
But yeah, I was working on his campaign, so I had a quite integral part. So my time was very limited, also. And I also had to, because I was immunocompromised, I had to limit my people who I was around because I can't compromise the candidate also. And so that meant we kind of matched in December, late December, talked went to the first virtual date in January, went out in person in February, like 5 times. And then, he locked this girl down in March. So you know what he wants.
So it doesn't take men long. Y'all hear that, ladies? Like if y'all listen in the comments, I asked the timeline because we've polled some of the audience sometimes and we asked like what's too long for a first date. And I mean some people said they were willing to wait like a month for the first date. So I don't know, just kind of seeing how that works. I mean some people after 2 days are like, if we haven't met up, I'm gone. So it speaks to you guys' patience and
I will say I do like to meet earlier, but because of the pandemic, that really changed the like dynamic of it. Because as Shannon will note, and actually anyone in my family will note, I am an extremely bad texter.
Oh, can a girl get an emoji? Like, I need an emoji, an exclamation point. I need something. Like, are you even interested? Like, I didn't feel what you were feeling through the text message, and it was dry, like toast with no butter, just dry.
Wait,
but I am a charming in person.
He is charming in person.
So do you prefer phone calls, or like you said, you prefer in person?
I prefer in person. So, if there was no pandemic, or if it would have been, after the vaccine, I probably would have tried to get you to a movie date within a week.
Okay. So you guys hear that? It doesn't take people long to know what they want. They want something they go after. This back and forth and texting, like for days.
Yeah, I also don't like the talking phase. Like that talking phase is trash. So you got a good month out of me of the talking phase before I tell you to get off the pot or, come on.
Why do you, I guess from the guy's perspective, because I think a lot of times you guys, qualify what the relationship is. Don't try to get all, I got them in the hot seat now. Why do we classify it as a talking phase? Like, why do you think some guys do that? Like, do you think they hold girls in the queue? I want to ask Kelvin.
Oh, Kelvin.
Yeah, it's some truth to
Why are you
that.
trying to ambush?
Yeah, there's some truth to that, and we're still exploring our options. Still trying to see if there's a real connection there. Trying to see if you actually like us before we invest too much. Yeah. From personal experience.
Invest what?
See, why are you trying to ambush?
Sorry.
Why are you trying to ambush this man on his show? I hear. Don't worry, Kelvin. I got you.
But the people want to know, especially the girls. We're asking.
Same question for Kevin.
Personally, like Shannon said, I'm very, very bad at texting, so I don't like doing a non-face-to-face kind of talking phase. I was trying to meet these girls, or like match with a why are you looking at me like this? I'm just gonna tell you what it was.
Girls.
I was trying to get a match.
Hey, look, he had the soccer pictures. He was pimping.
I was trying to get a match, get like some basic information, and then like schedule some kind of, what do you like to do? Dinner, maybe we'll get coffee, maybe we'll go get drinks, maybe I'll take you to a arcade, maybe we'll go to a museum. Like, I need to get in front of you, because if we're only going to be on text, you're going to be like, all right, man, this is boring, so I'm going to go talk to somebody else.
Yeah, that's how I am too.
I get it. You only had about a week to text me. Like, if we're not planning on going out or meeting up or anything, and it's been a week, then I'm not responding to another "what are you doing" text.
Oh, don't "what are you doing" me to death.
Nah.
That is.
Especially if you know I work and you work too. Why are you keep asking
doing?
me?
Working.
What am I doing? I'm working.
Making this money.
I would only ever ask, what are you doing? So I can be like, so are you free right now? You free today? Yeah. Let's play something. Let's get something on the schedule.
I mean, I will say, like, our second date was super low stakes.
Yeah, I think instead it should just be just that. Hey, are you free today? Like, I think it's so played out the same, what you doing, or, it's just, hey, are you free today? I want to spend time with you. Like, I don't know why people aren't more forward. I think people are afraid to get rejected for some reason. I don't know, but I wish it was more like, hey, what you doing? Oh, nothing. Then you with me tonight. You know what I mean? Or we're going here. Like,
What did I ask you?
I mean,
I don't remember what you asked me. I know that I'm here. Okay, we have another show in about like 15 minutes, so we're gonna come to like wrapping up a little bit. When you guys finally did meet, were your friends or family like skeptical? Like, who is this person online that you're gonna go meet? Like, how was that?
Nope. As soon as I showed them a picture of Shannon, they were like, "There you go. Look at you. Look at you. Give you. Don't mess it up."
Was your dad proud? He was like, "I told you that soccer picture."
I would say like my mother was more concerned about like me being exposed, not so much me doing the online dating. She's a single, Black woman in Atlanta, so she's also dating, and she knows you got to go through multiple people and multiple dates to kind of figure out what you want and what you don't want. So she was quite understanding. It was just more like, send me your location, I'm tracking you, where are you meeting, like, make sure you send me when you get there, tell me if he's okay, if he's giving you the creeps, we'll call the police, like I got a baseball bat, like it was more lines of like,
she's a Caribbean
protection.
Woman for real.
Oh yeah, here's my machete, it's in the car, like for real.
Believe it.
Yeah,
I met your mother.
So it was more about like security more than anything. But I will say like Kevin was very, very intentional in like pursuing me. Like by the first date, before the end of the first date, the second date was set. By the end of the second date, the third date was set. By the third date, the fourth date was set. Yeah. At one point, we were going out like maybe 4 times a week. Pretty consistently. So yeah, a girl was exhausted. running out of clothes and makeup. Okay. So.
No, yeah. Look, we were talking about that last episode. Just like I get the whole don't put all your eggs in one basket, but sometimes people are like, having all these dates. I'm like, y'all run out of clothes. Like, I can't do date Monday, Tuesday,
like,
Wednesday.
When you're like juggling, the people who want to be there will rise to the top, and he definitely made not only his presence known, but I enjoyed his presence, so it worked, Like, our second date was me doing errands and running to Trader Joe's, and he was like, let's go get breakfast after after you go get your groceries. It was like really, really low stakes, so I like it.
He's pretty much inserting himself in your day,
Yes.
I love that. Or just just kind of weaseling in, like, I'm gonna be a part of this schedule.
Yeah. Honestly, he was like, you're busy. You're on the campaign. You got a lot of things going on. I'm just gonna fit in through your normal life,
Right.
And it worked because it allowed me to also envision a normal life with him, which I don't think was his intention, but it worked. Good job.
Cool.
Yeah, we moved in together, so he's here.
I was gonna ask that question about that though. I see this a lot. People saying don't do wifey things unless you have a ring. Don't do husband things unless you have a ring on your finger. Like, you're saying that you envision him in your life because you guys are doing day-to-day things together. How do you feel about that? Like, helping each other with chores or like daily tasks before you have like the official title. Like, do you think that's like BS, or like what? I mean, do you go based off of how your heart leads you?
How my heart leads me, I've definitely been in a position of doing wifey things unnecessarily, for sure. But I don't consider me feeding myself wifey things. He just happens to be here while I cook,
Thank you.
So
that's similarly, if she cooks, there's like, I'm gonna do the dishes.
Yeah, so it's very, very much like balanced, Like, if I cook, he does the dishes. If I have during election week, I had no time to do anything. So he did the laundry, because we need clean clothes, and it worked well. It's how we work, I can't say it's how everyone works, but, I mean, it's the first time I've moved in with a man, so
yeah,
and it's a big step. So
how has that transition been? I mean, okay, you guys met pretty much January 2021. I mean, I guess it's almost been 2 years. How soon did you guys move in? Like, after you met?
Like, officially not too long ago.
Officially like last month.
But unofficially, after we got COVID together, it turned into me just staying because, well,
he was taking care of me, We got COVID together, like, we're battle tested at this point. Like, when you get like hallucinations during COVID and like someone's there to like, you need to sit down, like, we in this thing. You see me with a nebulizer. We damn near married. Not really, but like,
we spent like that Christmas together because we were actually supposed to go on a trip. You were supposed to come with me and my family to Mexico, but me, Shannon, and my mother got COVID, so we couldn't do that.
Family affair.
Yeah, we all got COVID, but we ended up going to Europe together, and that was a lot of freaking fun.
Within the first year you guys met?
Yeah, that family loved me.
That was this year.
Yeah, that was this year. We together. His family loved me. I love them too, though. They're really, one of the things I was looking for in a guy was like a man who was grounded in his family, and who cared about his family. Not on top of his family, but like cares about his family.
Yeah.
And that was what I found, because I feel like
Stop it, Dad.
First of all, his dad is in the comments.
Oh,
and my mom.
Trolling.
We got the Hill family. So Tasha Hill and K1 Hill. That's Kevin's family.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
And if you're tuning in, this is Love at First Sight. Kelvin and I met on Facebook dating almost 8 months ago. And so we found love, and we just want to spread love and positivity down your timeline, and just kind of highlight couples who also met online, and give singles a safe place to discuss like online dating, long distance dating, and what have you. So yeah, Shannon and Kevin have just been Oh, his sister. Oh my gosh, he got the whole thing.
The whole thing. Yeah. The only reason the brother is not in this is because he's currently on the plane and we got to pick him up from the airport.
Yeah.
No, well, thank you. The full episode will be on YouTube, so you go Love at First Sight on YouTube, SITE. The full episode will be on there once I can edit it. Your girl be trying to edit, trying to do things, you know. But that.
I think I'm editing this time.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna hold you to that,
right.
and I'll let y'all know this. You can tell the difference. His thumb be all in the camera. I'm just playing. But no, real quick, that COVID story reminds me of like literally not even 2 weeks of us dating. I got COVID.
She got COVID, and I offered to still take care of her, and I came over with a mask, and I brought Indian.
You brought Indian food.
And I ate like across the living room from her. Just so I could talk to her.
And it was his first time coming to Atlanta.
Yeah, I think it was it wasn't even a month of us talking, I think.
We were talking for like 2 or 3 weeks. I was like, I have COVID. He's like, I don't care. I want to see you. And I'm like, so no, just hearing that you guys say that, like, that touches my heart. Because I'm like, love knows no bounds. Like, you know, and when you know it's the one.
Intention is everything.
Yeah, it's the one. So I guess wrapping up because we got one more show after this. I guess 2 more questions. How soon did you pause or like delete the apps that you were currently on? Like immediately, Shannon?
Shannon was still out here talking to some other people. I remember at a trivia night that we talked about.
Was it trivia?
Yeah, I took you to trivia. It was after trivia where you told me that you asked what I wanted, and I said I wanted to be with you, and that I was not talking or texting with anybody. And you're like, I remember.
I need clear, concise, because I'm not deleting shit. Excuse me, I'm not deleting nothing until it is very clear on what we doing. Because y'all not wasting my time.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I need it out of his mouth. Because he was showing actions, but like, you know that people will give you actions and do something else or say everything and not do the action. So I needed both. I needed to trust and verify.
I get it. I was in a situationship for 6 years, so I completely understand. Exactly. I was the only one who knew I was in a relationship. So,
and that applies to men and women. Until you have that conversation that I want to be with you, you're single. Like,
hello.
Straight up.
Single. That's my taxes say for now.
And that's on the IRS. So what are your plans for the future? We've already moved in. Like, final question, bring it on in home. Like, what are your plans for the future?
Look, my whole family on here. I don't know. We gotta go to Thanksgiving tomorrow.
We do have to go to Thanksgiving tomorrow.
You want to explain that to my mom? She gonna ask you. She right there. She right there.
I would say, like, I think for our future is like making sure we are settled and traveling. We love to travel. We're always on a plane. But making sure like we are, you know, doing what we want to do and that we're both settled, not just like individually, but also together. Right. It's like we do constant check-ins with each other.
Wow. That's very
and like at first it like was a really big trigger for him. He's like, why are you asking me if we're okay? Like, are we not okay?
The only time I would get questions about something like that is because something was wrong. So I'm just used to the idea of this is getting brought up because it's wrong. Hey, Kevin, how's school going? All right, Mom. All right, what's up? What's wrong?
And that's understandable.
Yeah, but I think for us, it's for our future is definitely not our family's having the whole conversation.
It's okay.
I think for us in the future, it's more making sure we are good, not just together, but also individually. Right now, we're still very young, and you know, everyone talks about like time is ticking, but I think we have all the time in the world to figure things out, both professionally and financially. And I think we owe it to ourselves, like we talked about, like we owe it to ourselves to kind of be in our best places before we take that jump to be in our best places together. If that makes sense.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Because it's all this, this wedding plans, like people throw out, like you said, timelines. Okay, you're 30 or, 29, 30, like you need to be having kids soon. It's just like, what are they going to live in a shoebox? Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? You
And
want to
let's
bring
be
them
honest,
in a good environment.
my wedding is already planned. It's just about putting him in a good suit at this point. The Pinterest page is made, okay?
I feel you, girl.
The Pinterest page is done. It is just about putting him in a suit that fits and some good shoes at this point. That's what I
Sounds just alike right now.
It sounds just alike.
I'm just saying.
We know.
Hello.
Okay.
At least, look, we didn't do the whole ring by spring thing. So, the
No,
Pinterest
that's
page
what I was
was
saying.
like,
All bring girls. It's definitely a timeline. So I guess closing us out, like what advice would you give for people dating online or just, couples just in general? What would you leave them with?
Being intentional. So, and upfront about what you want, what you're interested in. So before I told Shannon up front that this is what I wanted. I was looking for a relationship. When I wasn't looking for a relationship, I told people I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm open, but I'm not looking. So you just need to be upfront about what you want and what are your needs and requirements.
I love that.
I would say if you're a woman, even if you're a man, but especially if you're a woman, treat dating like a hobby and not a job. Like, don't make it a work. Don't put all this pressure. Just have fun with it and just understand that there are people who are going to disappoint you, and that's okay. Not everyone is for you, but what is for you will be for you. And when you treat it like a hobby, you remove all the pressure from the situation and you're actually able to experience the person for who they are and what they bring, whether it be good or bad. And that's kind of how I did it. It's been good.
I love that.
You still here?
She isn't sick of me yet.
I ain't sick of him yet.
That. And piggybacking off what you said, a lot of people go in and just get so, tarnished by dating that they go in with tunnel vision. All men are the same, and don't look at it with like open eyes that, every experience could be different, and they get, just so down about it. So I love your perspective on just staying optimistic and like live and let live. If he don't like you, on to the next one, and be intentional. Yeah, and be intentional. So, well, we love this episode. Thank you so much, Shannon and Kevin.
No problem.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. And guys, we're going to take like a 10-minute break before we bring our next couple on. But thank you guys for tuning in to Love at First Sight. Once again, the full recap will be on YouTube in the upcoming week or so. But we just want to thank Shannon and Kevin so much for just being transparent and just speaking their words of wisdom for the knowledge and experience that they have at this current moment. None of us are experts in this thing. We're all just speaking our truth and just the world that we live in right now. So thank you guys for just hearing our truth and accepting us. And we look forward to possibly doing this double date. We got to get
yes,
of course.
Definitely. We know a great place.
Is very good.
Yeah, we'll text it to you.
Okay. Well, we'll see you guys soon for sure. All right.
Bye.